this is.
That's what you need to do, girl.
Yeah.
I've been watching you for me.
Welcome back to the Ball of Fire channel, and today we are going to be talking about what's been happening in the SLB so far, who's leading, and what I think. Now, these are just my thoughts, guys, and my opinions. Okay, this is, take it however. And by the way, this is just me just talking. So, all right, so let's go. Now, we're going to start at the bottom. Caledonia Gladiators. Now, this season, is not started off well with 6 losses, 2 wins. But the 2 wins that they find recently, I know that they can start to find their groove. The losses that the Gladiators have, it's not been bad. They actually lost quite close, They always lose by 2 or sometimes 5 or 10 points. So the team is not necessarily bad. It's just that they need that final player, that final thing that really just takes them above and beyond. But I think so far what I'm seeing is that Bunyan is doing a pretty good job with the Gladiators. As soon as they find their feet, they're going to be one of the dominant teams in the SLB. It's just the beginning of it, of course, but we have them at last. I wonder how the fans feel. I know the fans are pretty annoyed and upset because it's the same season, it's at the bottom. But I'm saying, like, this is a good team. You can see it how they play against other teams, that this is an actual good team with a good coach. So we're looking forward to seeing what they do later on in the season. Newcastle Eagles. Yeah, so their season has come to a rough patch. And this is something that, you don't expect to see a team like Newcastle at the bottom of the table so early on. Stutel must have a plan to get them out of this funk and get them into winning. But right now they're at the bottom. I don't see what the problem is. They've got really decent players and really good players that are able to get to the rim and shoot. But it's just like 5 losses, 2 wins, It's not something you expect from Newcastle. So I don't know what the problem is really with them. They're having a slow season. Maybe it's... I can't say. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on with them. Why they're not winning more. But they should be, with players that they have that are really decent and good. So yeah, look at the players. They got Josh Ward Hibbett. He's a good player. This guy's a guard. Playing with the London Lions. He should be, I don't know, doing a little bit more, but he is doing what he can. You got Maceo Jack returning, obviously, and then you got Darius Defoe returning, and you got lots of players there that can actually play. I don't know what it actually is that's stopping them from winning. If it's Stutel's tactics, I don't think that's the problem. But if it is, what are they going to do? What is Newcastle going to change to bring their team back to the top of the table? I have no idea what they're going to do. Anyway, the Surrey 89ers, we expect them to be at the middle, to be honest with you. We expect this team to be in the middle of the table. But Gardner's doing a good job, and so is Dan Clark, changing the branding and reimagining what Surrey basketball could be. And the 89ers is pretty good. It's just, I don't know, can they do better? They got, the players they have, they should be able to. I expect the team to do a little bit better than what they're doing now. They have got 2 wins, 3 losses. They got players with experience. I don't know what Surrey needs as well. They have it really all. Maybe do they need to change their team? Maybe their team is a little bit too old. I'm just saying. Maybe they might need some new young team. Freshman, could we see Sholovenkas? So I can't say his name. I'm butchering it. But yeah, Sholovenkas. I think that's how you say his name. He's a really good player. And I don't know. Maybe he needs some more younger guys to be in the team with him. Someone like 25 and under. But I don't know if that's going to ever happen. I don't know what Surrey's plan is for the future. Got a good team. Good attendance with fans. Hopefully they move up the table. I think they're a great team, and I want to see better from them. But as of now, they're actually at the bottom, tying with Newcastle for 4 points. Another team which is unexpected, is the champions from last year, and that is the Leicester Riders. The Leicester Riders, who won it, the championship, and I think it is, did they win the playoffs? I think they won the playoffs as well, I believe, or was it London Lions that were the champions, and Leicester was the playoff? I don't know, but they were a playoff winners, I believe, and these guys are a champion winning team, and yet they're at the bottom of the table. But we know Robert Paternostro, he is a serial winner. We know that he's capable of moving his team up the table. So I don't expect to see him there for too long. But what is it that he needs? Maybe he needs more like players. Because I heard some fans online saying that he needs to get players that actually know British or European basketball than someone that's coming from USA. He doesn't really know about European basketball too much. But he's still got to coach all of them, and so I don't really think that's too much of a deal breaker. I think he just needs to find someone who is just that understands his vision and maybe that can put that onto the floor. But yeah, they should be really higher up. They got 6 points. It's not terrible, but it ain't good for a team like Leicester. Shockingly, the next team is Manchester. These guys have moved up the table quite a bit now. Manchester, I'm not used to seeing, in the middle of the table. It's either they're at the top or the bottom, and right now they're in the middle. Manchester's a good team. They've got a good coach. They've got good players. They have got a good coach in Matthew Otten. He's playing quite well with the team. He's actually trying to lead to success. However, it is a little bit, on and off when he wins. Hopefully they can stabilize themselves and start winning more games. But as I see right now, Manchester is quite a good team. Just to let everyone know, because this is Edit Ball of Fire. So, but anyway, back to the video. Can't argue with that. I mean, they could obviously do better with defense, but they're a good team. Yeah, they're a good team. So and then you got Sheffield Sharks, which is sitting at 4th. This is a team that a lot of people expect to be higher. There's been lots of people expect to be higher, but they're at 4th. They've got a team of Lions, which I do think he gets done by. I mean, when I'm thinking about the refs and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I mean, I think recently he got sent off for a technical. I don't know, but he's always getting sent off. I mean, he can't really be causing the refs that much distress that he gets sent off all the time. I mean, Rob Paternostro is no saint, but he doesn't really get sent off as often as the team Alliance does. So I want to know what the difference is. Why is he getting sent off? Are they intimidated by a team that much that they have to send him off all the time? Because it does change the game. That changes the game. If your team and your coach is not there, it does kind of change that game and change the scope of that game. So I do think it's hard done by. I do really think Sheffield needs to start really pushing themselves to get to the top. They got 4 and 4, so they got 4 wins and 4 losses, and they got 8 points. It's not a bad team, but it ain't a great team, and they could do better. They're the Sheffield Sharks. The one above them is the Cheshire Phoenix. They are a team that's always punching above their weight. I mean, I know people are going to get upset saying Cheshire is, a team that deserves to beat them, but let's be real. Most of the time, they're going against bigger budgets like the Sheffield Sharks, Manchester Basketball, and Leicester Riders have bigger budgets than Cheshire. London Lions, of course, and they have bigger budgets than Cheshire Phoenix does. But yet Cheshire Phoenix is in the fray and literally punching with all of them. So I'm always happy to see Ben Thomas's team and what he can do. Good coach. That's all I have to say about Ben Thomas. He's a great coach to do what he's doing with Cheshire Phoenix. Nobody else really can do what he's doing. I mean, if they do, it's going to be a struggle. So yeah, besides that, I think Cheshire Phoenix is really good doing what they can. They got 5 wins out of 4, 10 points, and they're in 3rd place. Another team which, you know, I'm happy to see them up there, is Capoulas' team, the Bristol Flyers. Now, the Bristol Flyers, this is a story like, you know, as old as almost the basketball league. It's just, they have always had complications with winning, and Capoulas, ever since he took it over, I think he put so much passion into the team and so much effort into the team, you know, bringing back certain members, bringing back core members, understand what the fans want, making sure that, you know, the jerseys and advertisements are done properly, the team working around him as well at Bristol Flyers. You know, I mean, Bristol Flyers, the organisation really is professional in that sense when it comes to basketball, and it shows. And now they're up in second place. They really do need a win. Hopefully, now listen, I'm a London Lions fan, so I'm always going to try and put my team above other teams, but I do want to see Bristol Flyers win a couple of trophy. You know, they got a player called Anderson. I've been watching him recently in the EMBL. He is a player. He's a hell of a player. A damn good player. The way how he runs off the ball, how he finds space, how he finds space to drive as well, you know, and how he can play off the screen. I mean, he can shoot it off one leg. He can shoot it fade away, layup. This guy is incredible. I don't know where Capoulas found him, because damn, the guy's good. You know, I mean, like, he's really good for a player. Like, he can definitely change the game. So yeah, now to number one, my team, obviously, the Lions. Now, the Lions, I'm going to be a bit critical on, because everybody expects the Lions to be where they are, which is the number one. But I'm a bit critical because we make too much mistakes, and Sabonis, the coach, has already stated this already when he was doing the, I think it was the Eurocup game, when he said after that we make too many turnovers. You know, we do make too many mistakes, and that's like self-inflicted, you know, and we need to do better to make sure that our team actually wins more games. We've got great players on our team that are very capable, but the turnovers, I don't know what it is. Is it panicking? Is it not understanding what they're doing, their roles? I don't know what it is. You know, some people are a bit, I'm not going to mention names, you know, hog the ball a bit too much and not pass. You know, they need to get that fluid motion. I really want to see Aaron Wright used a bit more. He was the MVP last year, so he should be utilised a lot more. I know Reynolds is out, I think, and Obi Soko is out as well. We don't have any idea when these guys are going to return. But if you got Majesty and Wright, play these guys, man. These guys are decent. Get them in there. You know, you got Scott doing his, like, playing his heart out, you know, and he's decent as well. So you got a decent group of guys, and I just want to see them utilised a little bit better. But yeah, obviously London Lions are where they need to be, but obviously they can be a bit better in, you know, how they control the ball and turnovers and in defending, because the longer the season goes on, other teams will exploit that. And when I mean other teams, I mean Leicester. Leicester will exploit that. Robert Paternostro will exploit that, and it will be literally to our demise. It will be our downfall, you know. So we have to really get focused. And right now, we're just coming into, I think, the first month into the SLB. So, you know, we have to start really kicking our ass into gear. We've got a competition coming up. So we need to start trying to win the competition and get into competition ready. So, yeah, lots of things for Lions to do. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on the SLB so far. All the games I've watched have been top tier games. There's only a few games where I was like, oh my gosh, it's like so boring. But most of the games have been top tier, great defending, great basketball. You know, looking at the tactics, they have been great. And so I expect more great basketball to come. Anyway, guys, if you think the same way, let me know in the comments, and who's your favorite team. And until next time, peace.